Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm making a video about manifestation. Now it's something that's very important to me, and recently I've started to see the things that I'm manifesting become a reality. They're materializing and it's all coming true. So let's talk about what I have been manifesting. So this requires a backstory. So pretty much at the beginning of the year, or close to the beginning of the year, I met a friend and she lives in an apartment in the city. Now, I started to stay with her quite a bit in this little apartment, and right next to her apartment, there's another apartment where I live, and it's supposed to be the tallest, most luxurious, like, residential building slash apartments and stuff, so it's a pretty big deal, and it's huge, and it's a beautiful building. I'm gonna put a photo of it on the screen now. It's called Realm Apartments. Now, every time I'd stay with my friend, I'd always be looking at this building. I'd admire it. There was just something about it. I couldn't take my eyes off it. I'd just be thinking about it all the time, and I really, really wanted to, be in there and see what it was like. So I decided to do some research. I found this place, I found what it looked like on the inside, the penthouse suites, the other suites. Pretty much, I just got to know what that building has to offer, and I fell in love from that day with the penthouse suite especially, and I made it a goal of mine from that day that I wanted to live there. I want to eventually, somewhere in my life, sometime in my life, be in that suite and call it mine, and wake up there one morning and be like, hey, I made it. So pretty much I fell in love with the building from that point on. Now, never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined that just about 2 weeks ago I would wake up in that building. Not in the penthouse suite, but hey, I took a few steps and I made it into that building, and yeah, I got one step closer. So how did it all come to happen? So pretty much, first off, it started with a desire, the strong desire to want to be there. I was thinking about it all the time. It was all I wanted. Every time I was in the city, it'd take my attention away from whatever I was doing, that because it's the tallest building. It's there. And I was just so intrigued by it, and I'd always just give myself deep thoughts like, hey, like I want to be here one day. So I started thinking about it more and more and more. Before I went to sleep, I'd try and imagine myself in that building. I was always picturing myself in that building. That was a very important part of it. When I was in the city looking at it, I'd be looking at the balconies, and I'd just try and visualize myself just standing over that balcony, just looking over it, and just pretty much trying to create this mental image of what it would be like to be there. So I did that for a while. I did that for a couple of months. Then I printed photos. So I printed photos of the apartment, and I printed photos of the outdoor area for the penthouse suite. Now, this area is specifically only accessible by the owner of the penthouse suite, so no one else can access it. This is like your own garden area outside. So I printed photos of it and I put it on my wall, and I'd look at it every day, every morning, every night. It just pretty much like what I'm doing with the Ferrari and the Rolex at the moment. I was doing that with the buildings, or with this particular building. Yeah, so pretty much I had the strong desire to be there. It's like a burning passion, like a fuel. It's all I really want. It's a strong want. I put pictures of this Realm building up in my room, so I could always see it. Even when I wasn't in the city, I could have visual pictures that I can see and just think about it and keep picturing myself there over and over every single day. And from that point on, it started like, I felt it. It became different. It started off as a want, like, hey, I really want to be there, to, you know what, like, I'm starting to feel closer and closer. Like, I don't know how to describe this feeling, but something inside me was telling me that one day I'm going to be there and I'm going to live in that apartment. So even in this book here, that I'm reading, my bookmark is literally a photo of the apartment which I took a few weeks prior to staying there. So I'm gonna talk about that now. I was in the city at night and I was, looking at the building, admiring it, and I took this photo. I took this photo not knowing that in about 2-3 weeks from then that I'd be staying there. So for my birthday, I wanted to stay somewhere, I wanted to chill somewhere, and I was looking for apartments and I was looking for Airbnbs, everything, and I could not find a place that would just fulfill me. Everything was like, yeah, like it's got a pool, that's nice, or it's got this, that's chill, but something inside me was like, nah, don't settle, and I gave up. So I decided to have a party just at a lookout, just chill with my friends or go to the beach. And then I had this feeling one day, I was like, hey, look again. Just look again, but look differently. So I used a different website this time. And guess what? This building right here that I've been dreaming of for months and months, and the building I've been thinking about, believing the entire manifestation process paid off right at that point. There was a room available to stay in. I took it straight away. I did not care about the price because staying in that apartment for that one night was the next step of manifestation. Not only was I, prior to that, just thinking about what it would be like to be in there, now I got my step in the door and I was in there. And I could use all this experience of, just being in the building to further manifest this penthouse suite which I want to live in. So, needless to say, it was an amazing day and night. I only stayed there for one night because that's all that was available. And it was my birthday, but I only had a few friends come around for about an hour or two. And besides, after they left, I did want the entire day and the entire night to myself, just to sit there and soak in the vibes, soak in the energy, and just really believe I'm gonna be back one day. I will be, and I know that for a fact, and I'm not just saying that to hype myself. I know for a fact I'm going to be in that apartment one day. Will it be the penthouse suite the next time I'm there? Maybe not, but I will be there again. And when I don't know, it was a dream come true, and it was a very, very special moment for me to be there. I went to the balcony, looking down at North Terrace, where I usually stand and look back up at the building. That's exactly where I took this photo. This photo, I was on North Terrace standing up looking at the building, and on my birthday I was there on the balcony looking back down to where I was. I'm like, hey, for a while I was down there thinking and dreaming about this moment, and now I'm here. It was a great moment. So, I guess that's all I really have to say. Believe in your dreams, manifest it, have a strong desire, work hard towards it, and it's going to happen one way or another. So, how am I currently manifesting now? In the exact same way. I've got photos up in my room of the place. I've got the bookmark is a photo of this building, so every time I read, I see it. I've got the Rolex, I've got the Ferrari up there. I'm doing the exact same thing with those, and that's why I know I'm going to have those one day, because I trust in the process and myself, and I think that's all it is. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a special one, it means a lot to me, and I'll catch you in the next one.